What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from The Quartering, and this is maybe a little shorter video, but it's definitely pretty interesting. The whole YouTube pick a side thing has been going on for the past day or two, and my position is a little more nuanced. As an old head here on YouTube, I've become more jaded and less optimistic that changes that will be positively impacting creators will ever happen here on YouTube. There have been some things that I think are generally good for creators. The expansion of the membership program, for example, giving creators an opportunity to receive direct support from their viewers and YouTube like promoting it to them. Now, of course, YouTube has a financial motivation for this because they take a chunk of it, but overall it's been good for creators. I think YouTube pursuing high profile streamers for exclusive YouTube contracts I think is very good for YouTube to do. I think YouTube getting into being more competitive with streaming is smart because I think really streaming is kind of the future of YouTube in terms of discoverability. It's awfully difficult to get noticed on YouTube if you don't stream. It's just, this channel, for example, now, by the way, if you're watching it and that red subscribe button is still lit up underneath this video, please do consider clicking it and actually subscribing. I know it's kind of a pain, but I would greatly appreciate it. It shows YouTube that people are still interested in my channel so that occasionally they might share the video with them. It's long been an issue with creators. We talk about it all the time. I have 1.1 million subscribers, and if a video does really, really good for me, it might be seen by 200,000 people, 250,000 people. And that is amazing. And it's why I don't like complain about it as much as I used to. But you have all these subscribers, YouTube doesn't really notify them. It makes it more and more difficult to have, people actually find your videos who want to find your videos. People who actually want to, who have raised their hand and said, hey, I want to see this person's videos. It's pretty much impossible. The only way people really find videos these days is by navigating directly to the channel that they want to check in on. And there's only so many channels people can kind of keep in mind as they they've got a few minutes to kill some time. Like by far the majority of people that watch my videos, you just probably check in. You stop at my channel that, once or twice a day when you've got some time to kill. You see what videos I've uploaded. You watch the ones you're interested in. You skip the ones you're not. I've made peace with that. I've made peace with the idea that not every video I make is going to be interesting to every subscriber and that notifications are a joke. But this latest push now with creators is that they want to be able to, my fellow creators want to be able to kind of bring to light some of the worst kind of people on the platform, people that do very bad things. And the problem is when they bring those people to the platform, when they bring that to light, they're the ones actually getting struck. There was a new video from Mama Max too that came out and has already been struck down because you can't talk about particular bad behavior, that is happening. And meanwhile, it's happening on the platform. And, as a creator, this is why I talk about, hey, look, I make zero money from BitChute and Odyssey and Rumble. Zero. In fact, I support all of them on their various alt tech or, whether it's Subscribestar or with premium membership. I'm going to sign up for a Gab premium account or whatever. So I pay money to support these platforms, but because I want people to understand that we can complain and push back on this platform, yes, but we also need to push back by supporting other competitors. Look, the market isn't on YouTube anymore. The door is closing for people to read other people's news articles on YouTube. I just don't think there's going to be a lot of people coming up the way I did. The new thing is TikTok and shorts and live streams. This is what YouTube wants now. It's not long form content anymore. Guys like Tim Pool and myself, I don't think you're going to see new versions of us. You'll see better versions, but they'll be smaller and they'll never get that explosive growth that we got lucky to get when we did. I make no, I'm under no delusions of grandeur. I rode the algorithm. I rode a time on YouTube when it was popular to be doing this kind of stuff. and I maximized it. I make no apologies for that, but I do feel bad that other people trying to come up doing the same thing have almost no chance. That's why people need to support alt tech. And there's now a new petition that has 231,000 signatures to fire Susan Wojcicki. 231,000 signatures in like 24 hours. It's actually nuts. This writes, since February 2014, Susan Wojcicki became CEO of YouTube, which is part of Google. Under her leadership, things went downhill and caused the reputation of YouTube and Google, from the copyright controversy and the 2016 controversial YouTube PR nightmare, known as the ad-friendly monetization policy, which was severely criticized by various YouTubers, that the new rules censors and silence YouTubers' freedom of speech with their platforms by demonetizing YouTube videos that deal with controversial subjects like tragedies or politics or health. And YouTubers love freedom of speech, but the new ad-friendly monetization rules are still a dire form of censorship by the TPTB at Google and YouTube. Look, again, the monetization thing is really just an inventory thing. If YouTube had enough buyers for ads, you would see ads on a lot more dicey videos. That's just the way it is. I think that the number of hours of YouTube content that gets uploaded every minute to YouTube is like, it's insane. Just how much content there is. There just isn't enough ads to go around. So YouTube, puts this artificial, like, your video is too spicy, so we're not going to run ads on it. And then as a creator, we see, CNN or somebody else running spicy videos and getting tons of ads on it. Now, I understand as a creator who's been doing this for a decade or more why that is the way it is, but most creators don't understand that because YouTube doesn't actually give us any information. They don't have any type of two-way conversation. Usually what we get is fluff conversations between ultra popular YouTubers and Susan Wojcicki, and nobody asks any real hard questions and nobody cares. You got guys like Ethan Klein who apparently or is seemingly able to get YouTube on the phone anytime he wants, but dude doesn't actually care about the platform. He doesn't care about other creators anymore. He's pulled the ladder up behind him a long time ago. And to be honest with you, I understand how things end up that way for people because you're just trying to survive now. I mean, the idea of growing on YouTube for me is like a distant past. I'm looking at 2022 as like, this is it. Like I peaked in 2021 and now it's my job to continue to entertain my viewers for as long as they'll have me. But my growth opportunities don't exist on YouTube. They exist on these other alt platforms like BitChute, Odyssey, Rumble. Heck, even Facebook has become a growth, something that I'm trying to grow. My, facebook.com/The Quartering. Because why? Because for whatever reason, I actually get some traction there. On all the censorship complaints I have on Facebook, when I post stuff there and I post videos there, it finds new people. Now, I don't think the correct thing to do is to complain about monetization. What I have a problem with is if I'm exposing like bad behavior on YouTube, I shouldn't be getting struck for it. And that's a big problem that we have right now. And it all stems from, by the way, a lack of communication from the top. They have this great feature in the YouTube creator dashboard or whatever, where they could be communicating with us en masse far more regularly. But all we get are these cringy, like interview PR puff pieces once a month that basically just give us bad news and say, deal with it. I think that demanding monetization is probably the wrong way to go about it. But I do think that there needs to be better, more frequent, and more accessible dialogue between creators and the platform that we all work for. Remember that YouTube takes 40 cents of every dollar that we make. Essentially, we work for YouTube. And I have 1 million subscribers and I couldn't get somebody on the phone. That's actually insane to me. The amount of money that YouTube makes off my YouTube channel a year is enormous. and I can't call anybody. I can't pick up the phone. I can't send an email. I don't even have a rep. That's not okay. And you can see nearly 300,000 people now signing this petition. It won't do anything, but it is an interesting conversation starter to have. You know, hopefully someone at YouTube will take some notice and, you know, decide to open a dialogue, not just with these, you know, don't give me moist critical, all right? No disrespect to Charlie, but he's not rocking the boat, okay? Give me a content creator that will actually ask tough questions. How about me? Let me have a sit down with Susan Wojcicki and film it, okay? Now, don't put her down with Shane Dawson, who's not going to ask any real questions. These people long forgot what it's like to be a struggling creator. I hope you enjoyed this video. We'll talk to you again real soon.